Under green in Phoenix.
Didn't take them long. Here they come. Fighting hard for this clean air track position. You'll see that Byron and Logano, that's going to be a battle.
Well, that's going to be one of the big battles as we see a battle for the lead right here between Joey Logano and William Byron. So we see that top groove right there working well with the momentum for Logano off the corner. But these cars have such a big side draft as both of those guys elect to stay up on the racetrack that Byron's able to pull him back to him.
Half the field running the shortcut across the dogleg on lap 1. Still side by side for the lead. And finally, Byron establishes himself. Logano led lap 1. Byron will lead lap number 2 with Hocevar, Berry, and Jones.
Technicals part of the racetrack. How much movement there is in the steering wheel.
Oh,
contact.
Hocevar around.
Hocevar's around. Someone's getting blocked by the 77. Oh, a big pile of cars.
Just no room to work, and they're all wedged together here.
And that's the problem with this racetrack, where the spotters cannot see everything. You can tell that everybody's running into this wreck with no understanding that there are cars blocking the racetrack. So obviously, no spotters in any location are able to give warning to these drivers.
Brad Keselowski is stopped. Suarez, Will Brown, Todd Gilliland, a part of that, Riley Herbst. And you see right in front of it the 77 of Carson Hocevar, qualified row 2.
Oh my goodness, such a hard lick right there. And he spins right around in front of Dillon. And now here comes everybody piling into this crash. Wow.
They have no idea, right?
Oh.
I mean, all of these cars continuing. This is just going to be a huge hit for the 77. Let's go on board with Brad K. Take a look at this.
Keep the RPMs low. Just a little bit early there.
Across the tunnel turn, the short chute, over to turn 3.
Motor still sounding good to me. Off into turn 3. He just needs one more good throttle off of turn 3 here and should be good to go.
What a day for the 19. Good to the last drop. Chase Briscoe saves and wins at Pocono.
Awesome job, guys. Thank you so much.
First win of the year, first since going over to Joe Gibbs Racing.
Today.
But the door's open now for both these drivers because they've established track position, and you just said it, Steve. We've got a long way to go in
big
this
crash,
race.
Corey Heim.
Man, what a night for 2311. Bubba Wallace speeding, the tire issue for Reddick, and here goes Corey Heim in the 67.
Right down, down there in front of everybody on the front straightaway. They do a good job of slowing down to avoid the 67 car. Corey had great speed in practice, qualified respectfully,
Absolutely.
was running great tonight. This kid is a star in the making. Toyota 2311, they believe in him. He's a rocket in the truck series.
You can't make it up. I mean, the one top 10 they had,
My fault.
Bubba at Talladega. Outside of that, I mean, these are the highlights, right? This is the good news that they have to spread. There have been so many tough moments for this organization.
Let's see how this happened. I really was expecting a great run out of this kid tonight. Here he is running on the inside of Keselowski off of turn 4 and just doesn't give Brad the room. Yeah, he just doesn't give Brad the room, and
he was racing inside the top 15.
yeah, I mean, and I was not surprised by that. Let's look on board here.
Thing's gonna do it. We'll have the answer real soon. Here comes Tyler Reddick. He's only just over a car length back. It's going to come down to turns 3 and 4. And Reddick throws everything he's got at Chase Briscoe.
Close enough.
Is he close enough? Briscoe's able to move by. This was the race that changed Chase Briscoe's life last year, and he's done it again. Briscoe wins the Southern 500.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Butt whipping right there. So we need the good old school.
He said in the lead up to this race, we haven't achieved our potential yet. Well, boy, what was tonight? 309 laps led and a back-to-back Southern.
Ginger lap he'll run around this racetrack. Not put the car in really any kind of a situation that's going to be difficult. Have a little bit of traffic in front, but he doesn't really need to push for that.
First points paying race for the Cup Series outside the U.S. since 1958. And an international driver in position to go get the checkered flag. SVG, 36 years old, from Auckland, New Zealand.
Had the lead late at Watkins Glen. It was taken back by Chris Buescher. And I wondered if they had all caught up. Dale, you mentioned it a few times. They come to a brand new racetrack, and I think the 88 and SVG right here is kind of putting his exclamation point on. You might have caught up at certain tracks, but a track like this, he's still, without a doubt, head and shoulders above the field on just pace.
Here he is into the stadium, portion of the course for the final time. Take it slow and easy with the lap traffic. Off of turn 15. NASCAR making history. Racing in Mexico City. And the first name on the trophy is Shane Van Gisbergen.
Hell yeah, buddy. You are such a badass.
A partial throttle down the straightaways. Check this out right here. So let's just compare. Top, wide open, no problem. Brad, partial through the corner. We'll see what he tries to do down the straightaway, whether he runs wide open in the draft or whether he takes a little bit of a toe. Lifts real early, no brake. He's just kind of coasting it off down in the corner. That's how you save gas around Michigan.
And here's the stop for Bell. You said he would be coming, and it's going to happen with 15 to go. Make it 14 to go, stage 2. 20 heading your way, Kim.
Yeah, and Christopher's complaint was not enough grip on entry, a little loose center, tight exit. They did not get the caution they were looking for this strategy. They will take 4 fresh Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel on this stop under green. Everything going smoothly right now for Bell.
Take a look at this.
Deep in this field, and he has driven his way to the front, capitalized on every situation, and put himself in position to win this race.
Logano, 5th at the flag last week, disqualified for a missing nut on the spoiler brace. Redeems it all right here around turn 3 and 4. Joey Logano will get his 37th win. The AAA Ford for Roger Penske will go to victory lane.
Go, guys. Yeah. Way to fight. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. All the way from 27th.
Yeah, and he says way to fight on that radio.
Hell of a job there, Ken.
Ross Chastain, I watched these restarts. He just kept clicking them off one by one on the restarts. Very aggressive, and it paid off with all these cautions coming out late. How about Ricky Stenhouse? 6th place, Austin Dillon.
To take whatever's behind you and try to hang on to it.
This isn't the scenario that I think I would want if I was a teammate, you know, with being door to door with my teammate Hamlin and Bell for this front.
Whoa! Gets Bell into the wall.
Off of the front
of Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece, and for the 2nd time in his career, he is flipping at Daytona. Good grief.
Off the front bumper, we were talking about a lap before. Custer got to his bumper, that thing went side to side, and he couldn't hold on to it. It was one too many.
Ryan Preece, a couple of years ago here, flipped down the back.
Tough.
A devastating crash for Ryan Preece. An incredible camera work by our Fox crew.
I'm so glad to see that window net down and him be able to get out of that thing. Whew, that's scary.
It's unbelievable what it looks like when these cars get caught by the air like that. And I'm with you, Clint. I've never seen one take off with a wheelie like that. But they just flip around like they don't weigh 3,600 pounds.
Well, nothing weighs that much at 186 mile an hour.
Saw the airbox just blow away. The right front tucked up underneath the A-post there.
Car did its job, though.
And he walked away.
So many safety enhancements in these race cars.
So that will likely send us to overtime. It happens on lap 1.
Briscoe right up against the fence. Wallace has the inside line.
Contact.
Caution is out. Oh boy, Zane Smith on his side. And over.
Down. Run the red flag because of this wreck. 42. John Hunter Nemechek just drives into the left rear quarter panel with Zane. Zane climbs the wall, and gets on the left side and just rim rides it all the way around. Not sure I've ever seen that before, Steve.
No, it reminds me of Brad Keselowski decades ago at Fontana and Xfinity cars. The only time I remember, and then when it finally gets perpendicular to the asphalt, it catches in, and I can tell you those look like slow tumbles, but I guarantee inside the car those are some very hard hits. Scary situation right there. Driver against the asphalt for a long time. The 42 got sent back up for a really hard hit, and then right here, these are very, very tough tumbles against the asphalt. And then that one lands. You know, there's no more air in the tires. It lands right on the frame rail.
We saw an Xfinity wreck like this years ago at Bristol. These are, when Nemechek went back across the racetrack, he got into Barry and shot both